Hello, explorers! Get the fedora back, and we finally got another great Indiana Jones product to look at. I know Hasbro is sort of wind down the Adventure series, at least for now, but Diamond Select Toys is still going strong. We've had those jumbos we looked at, the two versions of Indy, one with the map room set and the standard. Well, there's also a bunch of mini busts. We didn't look at any of those yet. We showed you that idol bank, though. We showed you those gallery dioramas, and now this is the first of the statues that they're going to be doing. They're going to have this Indy treasure statue, which we're going to be looking at right now, and then we're going to be looking at later on the movie statue, which is based on the Temple of Doom. So Diamond Select Toys was good enough to provide us with the sample copy today. And we have this great treasure statue, which features the sort of MacGuffins from all three films. So it's really cool. Well, with the exception of Raiders, it doesn't actually have the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but you got that iconic gold idol. So this is pretty cool. It's a swappable hand statue, so you can have Indy holding different little items. So I think that's pretty great. You can see the box here, pretty basic, but what it does show you is you have the Shankara stone here, you have the Jovito's idol here, and then you have the Holy Grail on this side. So you get to see all three treasures in this treasure statue. So why don't we just bring you guys in closer and we'll check this guy out. Okay, I don't know what to expect here. I haven't checked it out before. I don't know what the dimensions are on it, so it's kind of hard to tell here. We do have this little card that has the number on it. This is 50 out of 3,000. So we can see the little authenticity mark, and I bet it's going to be a couple other places as well. We'll look for those as we go on. So this is encased in a brick here, and it has that 50 out of 3,000 again there. Your Diamond Select Toys logo on the styrofoam. And these are usually form-fitting, so these are great if you need to move at any point and you want this guy not to break. You could always put them back into these containers. They're perfectly form-fitting styrofoam, so it's kind of worthwhile to keep the box for that reason. If you don't ever intend on moving or don't intend on keeping this thing pristine, don't worry about it, but these are always perfect for that reason. So we have our statue right here, and like I said, this is going to be in several parts because this one has different swappable hands on it. So we'll take the base out first, and the base here is a 50 out of 3,000 written on the bottom. You can see that right there. I love this base. It's got this plant right here. It's got some rubble, temple rubble, and it could kind of be from any one of the movies. I kind of looking at the bricks here, I want to say it's more synonymous with the Raiders, sort of that was it Aztec or Mayan? What's Jovito's? That Jovito's architecture. So I think it's more reminiscent of that than it is of the from Temple of Doom or from Holy Grail. So that's kind of that base there, plus the tropical aspect with the little plant there. And then we got our Professor Henry Jones Jr. or Indiana Jones right here. Looking really sharp. I love the paint applications on this guy. Let me put him in the base here. So he's got these little metal tongs on the bottom of the foot, and this is essentially so you could line this up perfectly every time and not make the mistake of getting it in the wrong place there. And he's got the leg bent up right here, so that way he doesn't, he sits perfectly on this and you don't need to worry about where to put him. So there's really, he can move a little bit in this spot, but there's really no way to get this wrong. It's perfectly lined up. So you can see him holding his whip on this side. He has his pouch. It's a, oh, I'm sorry, it's satchel. It's not a purse. A lot of layering here. That there's space between the outside jacket and the inside, so it doesn't look like it's all molded one piece. The iconic fedora is right there, and you can see the holster right here on his right side, and you can't really see the handle of the revolver because it's closed. But it looks like it's in there. It feels a little bulky to it. So a lot of great detail. You can see painted buckles on here, and I'll give you a 360 in a minute so you can see a nice up close shot. But a lot of great detail. Nice look on the smug look on the face there. He's got everything I would hope for in an archaeology professor here. So let's check out the hand attachments. So I want to start with the golden idol. So the Jovito's idol is right here, and it's got a nice gold hue to it, and it looks very similar to that bank we showed you guys. And there's no, the way this is going to connect, it looks like it's magnetic, and I love magnets. I think they work great. You don't have to worry about any kind of joint snapping off over time. You just kind of line it up, and then it should snap into place there, and it's just going to be held. That's it. That is the perfect way to do hands. You don't need to worry about them snapping off. Yeah, I mean, more people or more characters or figures companies should learn from magnetic hands. It's the best way, and that's in there solid. Like that is not flopping off. That's in there. Like you have to pull that a little bit. You could feel that magnetic force on there. That is the best way to do swappable hands, particularly for a statue. Next up, we got the Shankara stone, and you can see the 3 slashes going on the front there. And again, that's just gonna, oh, you heard it that time. Flunk, just goes right in. It is perfectly set up there. I mean, he's just holding that. He looks great with that pose in there. And I love how you could just switch these out this easy to do all 3 films. So depending on which Indy you want to do, well, you could argue like Indy looked a little bit different in each movie. He didn't really have the jacket on that much in Temple of Doom. It was mostly just a white shirt. And in Last Crusade, he had a tie. It was a little bit of a different look. So this is more like classic Raiders Indy, but I think it still works. And then we got the Holy Grail, and it's got that gold leaf on the inside. A lot of nice detail on this thing, even though it's just a part of the statue and not the focus of the statue. They still put that, there's that click again, put that level of detail into it. And yeah, he looks great holding all 3 items. So really great, really absolutely love this. It'll give you that 3D now, so you get, or the 360 now, so you can take a look at it. You can see all the way around, all the way to the back, all sides of this, great detail. They didn't just have it so it could be displayed one way. Of course, you're going to want to see it from the front, but they have all that great detail in the back. This middle brick in the setting here that he's standing on is just offset. The base, again, love the bases Diamond Select does in their statues in Gentle Giant. Sometimes they steal the show. This is a really great base. Absolutely love this. A lot of world building going on there. And the character looks great. All that great detail on there. And this hand system, amazing. Like, I really got to pull these. These are not just like falling off the arm here. I mean, they're really, really holding on. There we go. You heard that clink again? And like, that's in there. Like, that's not going to fall. I can wiggle it like this. It's not going to fall. I have to actually pull it out, and I can feel that force of that magnet. Once you get that locked on there, that's staying. So that's great. I was kind of worried that it was just kind of sitting there like on a little polystone joint, which could snap over time. But if you put too much force on this, it's just gonna, well, you really gotta pull it again. If you put too much force on this, it's just gonna fall out, and then you could just reattach it. It's not gonna snap and permanently be broken because it has that joint. I mean, I guess if you got it in deep enough and bashed it, you might break the arm, but this is pretty thick. So the most sensitive part, I'm not worried about breaking. I mean, I guess this could break if you hit it at the wrong angle, particularly the tip. So you'd want to be careful with this, particularly that's why you want to keep this box to pack it. But usually when they do statues like this, they're break points. This base is pretty solid. The leaves might be a break point. The whip is definitely a break point, but nothing I would say on his person here so much. And this, what you would think would be the most fragile point, is actually his strongest point because of this great magnetic system. I did not know about that. I'm surprised. I think it's a great design function. So, 10 out of 10 on the engineering for this one, because if you're doing a swappable hand statue, you don't want to struggle with it. You want it to work perfectly every time. You want to be able to do it 1,000 times and not have it break. Maybe if these magnets are glued, the glue can give in over time. I don't know. But other than that, and then, you'd just be able to pull the magnet out and reset it with some stronger glue. But that's it. I mean, I could do this all day, and this isn't going to wear apart on me. Now, if this was some kind of joint, over time, it would be gradually wearing as it's going in and out. It would lose that connectivity. It would get loose. It would shake around a lot, but this is pretty solid in there once it's in there. I think that's perfect. Like, best design for a replaceable arm statue here, or a swappable arm statue. So that is your look at these really great Indiana Jones Premier Collection statue from Diamond Select Toys. The first statue in the line. Next up, we're going to have that movie poster statue based on the Temple of Doom. That's due out later this quarter, or maybe in the summer. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, they're going strong with this line. Absolutely love it. Hope we get more of the jumbos from the retro line. But for now, these are pretty great items. This guy is definitely worth picking up. And I hope you enjoyed that look, explorers, at this great Indiana Jones statue. Taking a little break from Turtles and Transformers and all these 40th anniversaries we have this year, we have this great explorer and this amazing statue. And it's great to see this with these swappable hands and this really fun feature. Absolutely love that. Glad they designed it that way. So great news. This guy's in stock right now from a lot of sellers. You can get him from Big Bad. You can get him direct from Diamond Select. You can get him from Entertainment Earth. Probably a lot of places, so no shortage of being able to get them. Even better news, we have our discount code for you. That's CoolToy22. It'll be in the bottom of this video. We even have the link. You just click on it. It automatically should put the code in for you. It's going to be 10% off and free shipping. And it doesn't sign you up for any emails or anything. You just get that discount and you get free shipping. So, you know, you're welcome. That's the best we could do for you. We always try to find the best prices when we link it to the videos. And in this case, that would be the best price you can get on this statue. So I wanted to say it's not too heavy. We're going to give him like 2-3 pounds tops, if you're wondering there. And in terms of height, we're probably looking at 14-15 inches. I don't have a ruler with me, but I'm guessing he's probably maybe somewhere between 13 and 15 inches. So he's a little taller than... you know, a little taller than a foot, but he's not going to take up too much room on that shelf. You can see he's you know, pretty small. Otherwise, he's about maybe 5 or 6 inches across. 5 by 5 or 6 by 6, somewhere in there is the base, and he's on that base. So yeah, you can fit him easily on a shelf. He looks great, and he's got those swappable hands. So whatever you're feeling or in the mood for, that's the hand of the day, the week, the month, or the year. And you could just keep, you know, switching it out, which is great. They don't have a crystal skull. That would have been nice too, to just keep it, you know, kind of capture all of it. But then you'd have to have older Indy, so that wouldn't work. And then you can't have that dial in there for the most recent movie either, because again, you'd have to have older Indy. So this works with classic Indy and all the classic films. I don't know if they're doing modern Indy. I haven't seen anyone do any of the modern Indy merchandise in terms of statues, busts, action figures. Well, I'm sorry, I take that back. We did see Dial of Destiny, but we did not see Crystal Skull from Hasbro. So this is going to be classic Indy, and it looks like everything Diamond Select has done so far is classic Indy. So that's where they're focusing the line on. I think that's what people want the most. So it's great to see those products hitting shelves. So that's all for now. We're going to have a lot of great stuff for you this month. We got more Turtles from NECA. We have some more Transformers from 3.0. And we have some more great stuff from Diamond Select. We have some other surprises for you. I keep pushing those back. I know I promised to get back to Then and Now, and I promised to get back to Movie Madness and our vintage reviews. I just keep pushing them because there's so many great things coming out. When we have a slower month, maybe June, we'll get to those, and we're focused on those because we're going to be in our lead up to Rebel Scum Con. I'll be going to Rebel Scum Con. I'm part of rebelscum.com as well. So we're having our first convention. It looks amazing. We have a lot of great people there, including one guy from the upcoming Skeleton Crew show. So we're going to have a lot of great characters there, and being the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, we have Ahmed Best. Jar Jar Binks himself is going to be our headliner at the convention. So if you haven't gotten tickets yet, go to rebelscumconventions.com. Check out the hotel and the ticket specials there. We hope to see you there. There's going to be a lot of people. I think we're over 10,000 at this point, which is great for a first-time show. I think that's more than or on par with when Comic-Con started, essentially, in San Diego. They didn't have a lot of people in the first couple Comic-Cons, and now it's like over 150K or something. It's crazy. So check that out. Check out our website, CoolToyReview.com, as always, for most of the recent toy news, as well as our reviews and our photo gallery. And as always, like, subscribe, and follow. We got a lot of great content for you guys. But until then, we'll see you next time.